So who's that, ma?
I got lovely, Kathleen.
That's a beautiful. She has Kathleen Burke.
Lovely, yeah.
And Scunthorpe now.
Kathleen dead.
Oh, she was in Scunthorpe, sorry. Yeah. And this is your
father.
daddy. And he was Alec as well, Alexander.
Alexander.
He worked in the rail.
Railway.
Now these two here now, I don't think they're any of
What do you
ours.
call the railway? He was on
The Great Northern, was it? Great Northern Railway.
GNR.
Great Northern.
That's the Twin Burkes.
Who's the Twin Burkes?
That's, what do you call her? Christine.
Right.
Caroline.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. That's a beautiful photo, isn't it?
Christine hasn't changed.
It's a beautiful photo, the two Waynes.
Lovely
good.
Waynes.
Right, who's next there? There's the doll here, I think, looks about like our Anna.
That's his
Same age.
armory.
I don't believe
That's armory. Look at her wee boots. Her wee bangle.
you. And her curly hair.
Aye.
I think she's about like our Anna, you
No,
know.
she's like
Who?
two. Terence
Holly?
no.
Oh, Ben?
Oh, Ben's double.
She's about like Ben, alright.
The way she looks.
That's a beautiful photo, isn't it?
Ah, God, I love her.
Oh, that's a good one. I
Must
didn't
do
know that
she
was
would love to
Anne-Marie.
see that.
Oh, don't worry, we're getting copies. But that's her then. The next one's her
That's
in
her in the bangle.
the First Communion
That's
then.
her first communion.
So let's see that one. Oh, it's beautiful there too.
Aye.
She's about like Jill Morrison there.
She is.
She's very like Jill. That's a good photo too, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Right. And this is the choir one.
Kev good now.
Aye. This is the choir one.
This is the choir, and this is your daddy.
Aye. Now what choir was it
No,
now?
this was the
Was it the Christian Brothers?
Christian Brothers. Aye, Christian Brothers. Now, let me see now where he is.
Oh, I can see him. She is at Merck and all, Martina.
Oh, shit. I
Up the
just
back?
want to try and get it myself. I'll get it now, don't worry. That's on there.
That is indeed.
Look where she stuck away at the back too. Oh, look at That's what's the kin him.
Oh, I
You had
know.
to get into the back. God,
Quiet man.
Aye, quiet man.
And that, what, do you say the Christian Brothers?
That was the
Choir?
Christian Brothers.
Right.
The winner will receive a pair of
Hobnail
hobnail
boots.
Here's a clue. He is in the back row.
And he's not on
And
the
he
4 on
is
the
not in
left.
the fourth.
Or 2 on the right. That was our Martina wrote that. I'm just looking here. My dad's date of birth and it's saying the 29th of October, not the 28th. What, can you remember anything about that?
I can remember there'd been a controversy over it.
Right.
And they told me that his Aunt Hannah, his
Right.
mother's sister,
Okay.
went down to get him baptised.
Uh-huh.
Was she's baptized? Who was his sponsor?
It doesn't say I said it's his birth certificate.
Oh, aye. She gave him the wrong date.
Right.
She said it was the
29th.
29th,
And it was the
and
28th.
it was the 28th.
So it's definitely the 28th and he was born.
So everybody gives him the 28th.
Right. Okay, so that's where the 29th came out of by accident. We're showing everybody.
That's
Looking
right.
back now. It says there that my Granny Doherty, Granny Morrison, was from Fawn Street.
But you see, I don't
She was from
remember-
Maville originally, wasn't she?
You see, apparently they come from Maville.
Right.
But she didn't come from Maville. She come from Little Diamond.
So she is
She
born
was
in Derry.
born in Derry and Little Diamond.
Right. But who was in Fawn Street then? You think it was her brother?
Could have been somebody belonging there, aye.
Right.
But that man that started this down there now, there's that big family of sons, was her brother, and he was a tailor in Maville.
He was a tailor in Maville.
Aye.
That's what they called him, didn't they?
Eh?
They called him the tailor or something, or
Aye.
Tailor Doherty's or something like that
Aye.
there. Right. Okay.
He was a tailor. And in the main street.
So who's that one there, man?
Where?
That one.
That's John.
That's your brother, John.
My brother John.
Who's in Australia now?
Yes.
Very good.
Dead now.
Who's next now? Or he was in Australia, that's right.
That's your Granda Morrison. And I think that there is, I think that's Billy.
Right.
I think that could be your
Eddie.
father or
Probably
Eddie.
And my dad.
Aye. I think that's Eddie.
And was
That
my
could
dad in
be
the
your
middle.
daddy,
Aye.
aye.
And that's down behind the reservoir, which is
That's where we live. That's the
park,
Bull
isn't it?
Park there.
Right. Who's the next one here now? The First Communion.
Maura Morrison.
Who?
Maura
Crawford.
Crawford, aye.
Very good. Right. I don't think this is one. I'll say that he looks like
That's
a bird.
our Bobby.
Get away. Actually, looks like he looks like a Kennedy.
Aye.
He looks like one of the Kennedys. So that's your Bobby.
He's
here.
like me too.
Yes. So that's your brother,
Not the
Bobby.
shoes, not the slippers.
Oh, jeepers! I never even noticed them before.
These slippers. God, look them. And here's me man now.
Now, who's this now? That's your ma sitting on her lap.
That's me feller.
Right.
Now, this is the problem here. I would say that's Alec.
Right.
And I would say that there would have been, that was one of the wee ones that died.
Mary Rose or Rosemary.
It looks like a cairn.
Ah, it does.
So it could be
And who the other boy be?
And the other boy, I don't know, you see, he could be one of the boys that's
What are you saying? Your ma was what?
That's a lovely woman.
So she was. She's very modern looking there with the short hair, man.
Aye.
So that's your mum, your dad, and you think it's Alec and who else?
I think that's our Alec there, look.
Right.
The way he hangs on to me, man. And that could be Jim a bit dead, I don't know.
No, I don't think so, ma. Don't think they lived long enough, did they?
No.
To that age?
I think that might be. Maybe that's Alec and
No
the
chance
rest.
that's you, no? The baby?
No.
No, for definite.
No.
Right.
That's one of the boys. That's grave.
You think the fella on the left?
I haven't said. Or else it's, if it's not, it must be our Alec.
Well, who would the other boy then, Bobby?
And the other boy would have been Alec, and the next to would have been Joan.
Could be John, no, because you said he was mad about his mother. He's hanging on to the mother there.
But it doesn't look like
Doesn't look like
John's
John.
fist.
Right. Right, we'll leave that one
They're
there
lovely
then.
wings, but
They are, they're beautiful. Right, who's these ones, ma?
that's Alfie Hamilton.
Is that outfit left up beside the gander's neck? Which one, that one? Right.
And Sarah, his wife.
Right. So that's Marie Hamilton's mother and father.
Yes.
Right.
And Vera, his sister.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know who the best man is.
Whose wedding is it?
Alfie.
Alfie's wedding?
Aye.
For definite?
Yes.
Okay, dokes. What's the next picture there now? So the tailor could have been my granny's grandfather.
Yes.
Rather than because it says there her father was a labourer.
Or it could have been her uncle.
Or her uncle, right. But it's definitely some connection to her.
Oh yes.
But it says there that her father was a labourer, Edward Doherty.
Aye.
Right. What about the witness, Mary Morrison?
Mary Morrison
Would she have been my
Would have been
granddad's
her
sister?
sister.
My granddad's sister?
could have
Morrison?
been there. It could have been Money.
She would have been, and then she
His
would have been
sister Money.
Money?
One sister.
Well, it must be her then,
Money
Mary.
from
I
Dublin.
must have called her Mary.
Aye.
Then, and then it says that the best man was an Edward MacDonald.
That's right. And that MacDonald lived above on Busher Street.
Right.
And
Okay.
I think, really and truly, I think I know who that MacDonald is. This is this fella that always spoke to me no matter where, and very, very light spoken.
Right.
He lived below Sinead Quigley's mother's house, about 3 down.
That would have been MacDonald.
At the
MacDonald.
MacDonald, I would say. I would say that's who that man would be.
Well, now it's saying here too that my granddad's father, William Morrison, was a labourer as well. Would that ring any bells?
No.
No. You wouldn't have known much about him.
You see, he went to Scotland.
Aye, I know that. So we might have to look there then. So who's that now, ma? Roseanne Burke.
Kilkie.
Roseanne Kilkie now, she is. That's her in her first communion.
Yeah.
So she was Alex's daughter by his first wife,
Yes.
who was Jean.
Yes. And she's her mother's double.
Is that right? Mother must be very pretty. She's a beautiful wee girl, isn't she?
Mother was beautiful.
Was she?
Beautiful, yeah.
Who's the next one there?
Now, this here is one of Morrison's pictures, it's not ours.
Lovely.
And I would say it would be one of the Morrisons from that's down the school ground.
Right, so it isn't St. Eugene's?
It's St. Eugene's.
It is.
So that's one of the Morrisons there. I wouldn't know who that would be now.
Right. What about the next one there then?
That's Morrison anyway.
Another First Communion shot.
That's Peter Burke.
Peter Burke, that's Robert's son,
Aye.
or Bobby's son, right? That's the one we have enlarged over
That's
there.
the one we.
So who's on that?
That's just Martina,
Martina?
Bernadette, and Marie.
Mida.
Your daddy.
Where do you think that was taken, man?
That was taken down in Mrs. Dixon's house up in, you know, if you're going up to Manmore Gap,
Aye.
we had a bungalow there.
Oh, I didn't know
Down
that.
the
Right.
street.
Right. Any bells? So what we're saying is Tommy Morrison was my granddad.
Aye.
Thomas Joseph Morrison was born on 21st of May 1892. He was born to William Morrison, who married Elizabeth Gaylor.
Gaylor, that's right.
Right, and the person who informed
And they went to Dublin, they loved the Gaylors.
the Gaylors, right? But she stayed in Derry, obviously, or she came from Dublin. Do you think? No,
She might have.
right? There's a Dublin connection to Gaylor, anyway.
Aye.
Right. Okay. Well, now the thing is, right? What we have then is we have a birth certificate for Eliza Gaylor. That's her then.
Aye,
So that's
her.
my great granny,
Aye.
right? And they're saying that her father was a John Gaylor, right?
Aye.
And her mother was a Bella Lynch. So none of them ring any bells at all, no?
No, see, I wouldn't know that.
No.
The Morrisons.
Who is it?
Vera.
Vera's wedding day. Show us to see. Do you know who's on it?
Alfie's wedding day, no.
Right. Oh.
Mary Quinn,
Okay.
Granny
Granny
Burke,
Mhm.
Annie Campbell,
Mhm.
Rosalie Burke,
Mhm.
Granny Morrison,
Mhm.
Nellie Green,
Mhm.
Jenny Little,
Mhm.
Kathleen Burke,
Mhm.
Tommy Morrison,
Mhm.
Maggie Keys,
Mhm.
Lala White,
Was Maggie Keys, Joe Keys' granny then?
aye,
Right.
Lala White,
Mhm.
me, the bride, and our Bobby Burke, best man,
Mhm.
and of course your daddy, the groom.
Mhm.
Father McKenna,
Mhm.
did you put Granda Morrison in?
Yep.
Now we're coming along here now. Mary Morrison,
Mhm.
Nellie Starrett,
Mhm.
Annie Semple,
Mhm.
Tilly Morrison,
Mhm.
Eddie Morrison,
Mhm.
and Mary Morrison.
Was married to Jared.
Ah,
Okay.
will we put Annie in?
Aye.
Annie Burke, Aileen Keys,
Mhm. Could be Joe Keys' mother.
Mhm. Phyllis Morrison,
Mhm.
Johnny Morrison,
Mhm.
Alec Burke,
Right.
Brady Burke.
What was Brady's maiden name?
Was one was Brady married then?
What was her maiden name, but?
O'Connor,
O'Connor. Right.
George Campbell,
Mhm.
Joe Morrison,
Mhm.
Wally Burke.
Mhm.
You've Bernie in, no?
Aye, Bernie.
Charlie Quinn,
Right.
Maura Morrison,
Right. Maura
Billy
Crawford now.
Morrison,
Right.
Billy Morrison,
Mhm.
and Jared Morrison. That's that done.
That's the first one. Okay,
That's Alfie Hamilton's family wedding.
Right. That's Alfie and Vera.
Yes.
No, Alfie
No,
and
Alfie and Sarah.
That's Vera beside Sarah.
Yes.
You don't know the priest now?
Nope.
There's two priests actually.
No.
Right. Okay, that's right. So who's that one?
Martin Burke,
That's Martin Burke. What about the next one?
Georgie Starrett.
Right. Now she can't possibly.
Now that's American. I don't
That
know.
wasn't all
That's
else, right.
Granny's
Right.
Morrison's. That's
just-
American.
Right. Okay.
Now, this is the problem here. That must be Maggie Keys,
Okay.
and that's her husband, Joe Keys,
Right. So what is he to the Joe Keys that's there now? Grandfather.
grandfather.
Okay.
And that is, that must be one of the daughters there. Now I can't say what's the be, but
Right.
that's Eller. It's not Eileen, because Eileen's small. Could have been Lizzie, or Eileen and Lizzie. There's only 2 girls.
Right.
So it must have been Eileen.
Okay. What about the next one?
Look, she's like me when you look at her.
She has a bad eye.
See your dad.
Right, so who's that? That's my
That's your
dad.
daddy and Edith Davis.
Eddie Davis, the Bradford City man, scout.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
And that was the Derry Journal, that photo, man.
yes, yes.
See it down there, Derry
Derry
J. Wonder what that was for, do you know? Were they going away
He
or
was going
something?
away.
To
He was
Middlesbrough?
taking them away to Middlesbrough.
Right. So that's what that photo was about.
Yep, it's careless.
How do I get a look at this one? So do you know who she is?
Yes,
Who's she?
that's Lily Shields.
Right. Who's she?
Her own name was Lily Lynch.
Right.
Alex's girlfriend. Marie
Right.
Shields is smaller.
That's Mary Shields' mother, the hairdresser that lives around the corner. She looks like her now when you say that.
Ah.
Very good. Right, who's the next one?
Now, the next one is
That's a John Burke
John
there
Burke.
in Australia.
in Australia.
Right. And this one now.
That's my Uncle Jim.
Shows that, do we see? Turn it round. So that's your Uncle Jim in the army uniform.
Yes.
So he was your father's,
Brother.
Brother.
Well, as far as I know.
as far as you're aware, it was your Uncle Jim.
Yes.
And the last one.
And the last one is Tess Gallagher from Beechwood Street.
Right.
Never married.
Right. And what was she to you? A friend of yours?
Nothing, just a friend.
Right. Okay.